Have you ever noticed that the more you chase someone, the more they pull away? But the moment you stop caring, they suddenly want your attention? It feels strange, but this is exactly how reverse psychology works when someone ignores you. Today, I'm going to explain why people ignore you, why your reaction makes everything worse, and how you can use reverse psychology in a calm, confident way that shifts the power back to you. Once you understand this, you'll never feel helpless or confused again. So let's get started. When someone ignores you, it usually triggers a few emotions: confusion, anxiety, and frustration. Your brain starts asking questions. Did I do something wrong? Are they losing interest? Should I message them again? But before we talk about what to do, it's important to understand why someone might ignore you in the first place. People ignore others for a few reasons. Sometimes they want control, and ignoring you gives them that power. Sometimes they assume you'll chase them because most people react to silence by giving more attention. Some people are simply overwhelmed or want space. And some people are testing your emotional strength to see how you handle distance. But here's the interesting part. When someone ignores you, they expect a predictable reaction. They expect you to try harder, message more, double text, over-explain, or get emotional. And when you do that, they gain even more power. This is where reverse psychology changes everything. Reverse psychology works because humans are wired to want what they feel they might lose. The moment you stop chasing someone and take a step back, their brain experiences a small but powerful shock. Their curiosity wakes up. Their ego feels challenged. And suddenly they start wondering what you're doing and why you're no longer reacting. It flips the power dynamic instantly. Let's talk about how to actually use this in a healthy and smart way. Here are 5 powerful techniques. The first technique is to match their silence with calm distance. If they go quiet, you don't panic. You don't send a long message asking why they're acting this way. You simply match their energy. You stay calm and give space. This creates a mirror effect, and most people are not used to someone responding to silence with silence. It breaks the pattern they expected, and that alone makes them think about you more. The second technique is to focus on yourself instead of obsessing over them. When someone ignores you, you should shift your energy back into your life. Work on your goals, improve yourself, spend time with people who value you, and become more present in your own world. When you focus on yourself, you naturally become more attractive. It signals confidence and emotional independence, and people are always drawn to that. It also makes the person who ignored you wonder why you're suddenly so calm. The third technique is to give them something to miss. If you were always available before, stop being always available now. If you used to reply fast, slow down a little. If you always started conversations, let them start it. People don't miss you because of your presence. They miss you because of the emotional experience they had with you. When you remove constant availability, they begin to feel the difference. And that difference is what triggers their desire for your attention again. The fourth technique is to respond later, but respond nicely. When they finally reach out, don't attack them. Don't ask why they ignored you. Don't show irritation. Being emotionally reactive will destroy your advantage. Instead, reply with a calm and simple message. Something short, something positive, something that shows emotional maturity. This tells them 2 things. First, you weren't bothered, and second, you don't depend on their attention. That emotional stability draws people back in more powerfully than anything else. The fifth and final technique is to be ready to walk away. This is the strongest form of reverse psychology. When someone can feel that you're not afraid to lose them, your value increases instantly. People are naturally attracted to those who respect themselves. Walking away doesn't mean you're giving up. It simply means you're not willing to beg for attention or lose your dignity. And that kind of self-respect is unforgettable. Let me share a simple story that explains how this works. A guy named Chris kept texting a girl who always replied late or ignored him completely. He tried harder, messaged more, even apologized for things he didn't need to apologize for. But the harder he tried, the more distant she became. One day, he finally stopped chasing her. He focused on his studies, his gym routine, and his friends. When she finally texted him again, he didn't react emotionally. He replied calmly and didn't overthink it. Within days, she started messaging him more often. Not because he manipulated her, but because the balance returned. She suddenly felt his absence, and that absence made her feel curiosity and interest again. This is how reverse psychology works. You don't try to control someone. You simply control your own reaction. You show emotional strength. You create space. And in that space, the other person begins to reflect on your value. Now, before we end, it's important to know what you should avoid doing. because these mistakes will ruin your chances. Don't send long emotional paragraphs. Don't keep asking if they're ignoring you. Don't act jealous. Don't call many times. Don't try to make them jealous. Don't beg for attention. All of these behaviors destroy attraction and push the person even further away. So let's wrap up the main ideas. When someone ignores you, your best reaction is calmness. Use distance as a tool, not anger. Focus on yourself. Give them time to feel your absence. Respond with emotional maturity. And most importantly, be confident enough to walk away if you have to. Reverse psychology isn't about manipulating someone. It's about showing strength, self-respect, and emotional control. And once you master that, people will treat you very differently. If you enjoyed this, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.